Welcome fellow classmates and Jeep owners. My name is Jonathan Pennington, and today I'm going to show you how to remove your doors off your Jeep Wrangler JKs. Now it's really quite simple. The only thing you need is this little star socket T47 and a ratchet. Now remember, it's very important to not do any maintenance on your vehicle with any jewelry or necklaces or anything like that on. So with that being said, let's get started on the removal of our Jeep doors. Now the first thing you want to do is open up the door slightly so we can remove the star-shaped bolts that are inside the door frame here. Now like I said before, the first thing you want to do is you want to open your doors slightly. And now you're going to take your ratchet and your socket, and you're going to find the two bolt heads that are located right here. You're going to begin taking them off with your ratchet. And the reason you want to keep your doors slightly open is because it gives you a little more room for the ratchet head to actually fit in here, and it just gives you a little more space so you don't scratch up your door with your ratchet head. As you can hear, I just hit the side of my Jeep with my ratchet, so you don't want to do that to your own Jeep. Most of the time these things are not very tight on. It's surprising how loose they actually fit on there. What you want to do is you just get it finger tight and remove it off. There's what it looks like. It's more like a nut than it is actually a bolt, but that's really all that's holding your doors on. Now we'll go ahead and take the bottom one off. Like I said, they're not very tight, so it doesn't take a lot to get these two bolts out. Sometimes there's actually a little pressure from the door, so you can actually move your door around a little bit while taking these bolts out. So it gives you a little bit of play here. This one seems to be a little bit tighter than normal, but here we go, and there we go. That's the first step in getting your doors off, is taking these nuts out with the star-shaped end. The next thing we're going to do is open the door completely. We're going to disconnect the electrical connectors that are on the inside of the door. Alright, the next thing you want to do is you want to open your door up slightly so you can have room to get in here. And as you can see, here's the electrical connector. If you have power doors on your Jeep, that is. There's an electrical connector right in here that connects the door up for the power windows and everything. So you want to go right up in here. There's an electrical connector right there. You want to take your hand and there's a button right here. You push. Just give it a slight wiggle there, and there you go. Your electrical connector has been disconnected so you don't break your Jeep when taking the door off. Next thing you need to do is there's a little hook here that keeps the door from flying open all the way. So what you want to do is close the door as much as you can. Just pull this up and off the hook. It actually is not difficult, but it is kind of hard to get it off this hook though. But you just like that, and you are done with that portion. And I joke, my wife likes to put trash in these things, but I tell her it is actually to store your electric connector when you move your door. So that's all there is to it on removing the electrical connector. As you can see now, the door is just hanging right on these hinges right here, and all we have left to do is simply pick our door up and remove it off of its hinges. Right, now that we've got our door all disconnected, now it's time for the most strenuous portion of removing your door, and that's actually lifting it off the hinges and placing it on the ground. Now you want to make sure that you have something to put your door down on, because they are kind of heavy and it will damage the bottom if you just put them down on the concrete or whatever surface you have. It will damage the bottom of them if you don't put something like a blanket or a towel down. Now here we go. I will say, like I said, that they are somewhat heavy, so you want to make sure you got a good grip on them before you pull it up and off, because they're heavier in the front too, so when you come up they're going to drop this way, so you just got to be ready for it. And good places to hold it is right underneath the mirror and right here on the back side. And now here we go. As you can see, I'm having to wiggle it to get it out. And there we go. And just like that, you got your doors off and ready to hit the open road. Now that we have our doors removed, I want to thank all of you for your time, and I hope you learned how simple it really is to remove your doors from your Jeep Wrangler JK. Now it's time to go hit the open trails. Have a good one.